Welcome everyone to a new Deviant.fun flash review video. This time we're reviewing a graphic novel, really entitled to that name because it's not a compilation of issues. It's really a graphic novel written as such by George Takei. You may not recognize the name, at least I didn't, but he starred on Star Trek as an actor. So besides being a writer, I don't know if he has written anything else, but this is an American actor. So the book is about the segregation that the Japanese people suffered in America, the land of the free and of the democracy, right? After the Pearl Harbor attack. So they were a normal American family. Her mother was Japanese. His mother was Japanese. The father, I believe, was already an American, but they were Americans. So George Takei was a child when all this happened. So suddenly all Japanese people living in America, either having citizenship or not, were considered enemies or potential enemies. And slowly they started getting segregated, and then as a shock for me, at least, I'm not very good at history, at least American history. They were sent, just like in the Nazi regime. They were put into trains and they were sent to specific areas of the United States where they would be inside fences, barbed wire fences. They would put them in household cabins, still reeking of manure. Then they built some prefabricated houses and things got a little bit better, but the food was lousy. They were treated like like enemies, right? They were Americans, but they were denied all of their American rights. The funny thing within this tragedy is that at the children's eyes, and namely George Takei's eyes, this was fun until some moment. The train ride was fun for them. They were playing. They couldn't really understand what was happening. They, being children, quickly involved themselves socially with the other refugees in the camp, and so they got used to that kind of life, and they were happy instead of lacking almost everything because they had to leave their homes, they had to leave all their belongings behind and bring just the essential, something that would fit into a bag. And so what we do is accompany George Takei's vision as he grows old of what those years meant to him, and then he talks about what actions he has taken to reinstate justice, or at least make the American government recognize the big mistake and the big atrocity that it did to those Japanese Americans. They were in fact Americans, not Japanese. They were descendants from Japanese. And we can see that there were compensations given and etc. But the book is essentially an emotional journey following Takei's trajectory, mainly as a child, and then older, speaking with his father and questioning some things that he had done in the past. Why didn't he do it the other way, and etc. And then a a fewer part of the book, we see Takei already an adult speaking with presidents or meeting presidents and fighting for the cause. So it's really a book about history, about tragedy, about one more tragedy that happened and that is not much talked about. So I think this is a great eye opener. The illustrations are manga style, so if you like manga, you'll love them. They're simple but effective and competently made. Yeah. So it's a different book, a different take on superheroes and things like that, or fantasy. This is actually like an autobiography of George Takei and his family. We see all his family here, mothers, his brothers and sisters, and mostly his father. So this comes out with a big recommendation from us. It's a wonderful book in terms of it has its beauty inside despite the matter, right? It's a beautifully crafted book. Yeah, so that's I think that's all I can say about it. It's something that you should read, or if you don't read about this, at least read about the subject, because these things need to be surfaced and recognized. So without further ado, let us say goodbye. If you're interested on this book and you want to buy it, you know where, Deviant.fun.biz. Otherwise, you can just subscribe this channel for more videos, and follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever. We're everywhere. So until the next video, have good reads and good days. See you there. Bye bye.